Thunder Valley, the last great Coliseum, the world's fastest half mile, the Bull Ring. Those are just a few of the nicknames that come to mind when you think of that legendary half mile track in northeastern Tennessee, Bristol Motor Speedway. That is where the NARL's Xfinity Series heads tonight as they go to tackle and challenge that .533 mile track. Concrete oval. And to all my gnarly ones out there, welcome. Thank you for tuning in with me. It's going to be a great race tonight. Got 14 drivers on tap. But before I get too much farther, person I got in the booth with me, been with the booth with me once before this season, and made quite the impact. Very knowledgeable, good with his stuff. I got Mr. Williams back in the booth. Williams, how you like Bristol?
I like Bristol so much that I named my middle child after Bristol Motor Speedway, so that gives you an indication. Love the racetrack, man. High banks. I hate racing here on the game. Absolutely can't stand it. But as far as going there to watch a race, it's a great race to watch, especially in NASCAR heat and in person. So yeah, I actually love the place.
Yeah, the love that Williams has for Bristol shows no bounds, as he proved by naming his daughter after this great racetrack. And these Xfinity guys, they're racing there tonight, and it is going to be an excellent race. I know they've had a few tough races here in the last couple weeks, but I think they've righted the ship. They're past all their woes. They got 150 laps ahead of them tonight, Williams. What's it going to take for one of these guys to park it in victory lane?
It's going to take good strategy. That's not going to be a lot of strategy, but if I think we see a plethora of cautions, when do you pit, when do you stay out, how are your tires wearing, and it's because you're not going to have any green flag stops. Maybe in stage 3 if these guys can't save their rubber. So you have to see, we'll wait to stage 3 to address that issue. But stage 1 and stage 2 is just, saving your stuff for the end of the stages and trying to, keep your track position. Track position is so important in Bristol because it's so narrow. Kind of a one-groove track unless you can get that diamond going. So it'd be interesting to see who's got speed, who can maintain, their car throughout the course of a run, and, who can keep it clean all night.
Absolutely. This is one of the best tracks on the game, one of the funnest tracks on the game, but also one of the most challenging. So these Xfinity cars especially, they tend to push getting into the corner a little bit tight in center and can be deathly loose off, especially on the high lane. So these guys are definitely in store for some challenges tonight, and they got to make all the different adjustments to get their cars handling the right way. So, Williams, if you want to give us a little race breakdown, what are we expecting tonight?
All right, well, we get 71 laps to a fuel run, so we don't have to worry about fuel at any point this evening. Stage 1, you're going to see 42 laps. Stage 2, 39 laps. Now, Stage 3 is 63 laps long. Now, as I said, 71 laps on fuel. But the thing about Stage 3, Gator, is you got to make that right front or right rear, depending on what kind of preset you're running. You got to make it last the whole stage, man. If you blow a tire here, that's automatic, at least 10 to 12 seconds of damage, and you're not going to get back to pit road. Let's be honest with ourselves here. You blow that tire, man, it's impossible to drive, so they ruin your whole night.
Absolutely. Well, got some favorites in the field tonight. Got a few guys that were super fast in warm-ups. Got my eye on. UB Buffchenko's one of them. The Ghost, Decent House. I know, Williams, that you're a big TJR guy, but apart from Nick and Eventual, anybody you got your eye on to keep a watch out for?
Yeah, my favorite's actually not racing tonight. Host decided to throw a curveball at me. So, I think, outside of my biased TJR affiliate, I will go with – I actually think Steve-O's going to turn some heads tonight. I think Steve-O, he's pretty good here. I think he might be able to hold his own, at least bring it out in the top 3, maybe the top 5.
All right, well, we can go ahead and join, so I'm going to go blue screen for here just a minute. But as Williams just alluded to, one person we are missing from the field tonight is our defending winner of this race, Hostium Hose. He had to take the night off to deal with some family issues. Host, we're thinking about you. Our thoughts are with you, and we hope you come back as soon as possible.
Yeah, we love you, buddy.
Stay strong. We're here for you in the North American E-Racing League. But top end of this race tonight, got 14 drivers, and race is underway. Going to be brought to you tonight by Fanatec, as always. Got that wheel shifter pedal set up right there on the screen. Go to Fanatec.com, spend a bunch of money, and get yourself one. As we wait to load in here. Nice long load in. There we go. And we have joined the action with the Ghost out front. Side by side for second place was Joker and Decent House, but Joker used that outside lane to prevail over the driver of the number 54 Toyota here early on. So single file through the first 4 spots.
Yeah, we get our first side-by-side action back between the 10 and the 11. You got to keep an eye out on that side-by-side stuff. It's really hard, Gator, to run the bottom here with somebody on your outside. Maybe early in the run you can get away with it when you got that rear grip, man, but once that car starts to get loose off, you try to hold that thing down there, you get yourself in trouble real quick.
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, this track is very fun to drive, but also very challenging. One of those challenges being it's really tight confines here. Contact's going to be made tonight. Tempers are probably going to flare, but it's who can best overcome that and keep their mindset straight, and they're going to have the biggest advantage over anybody.
Yeah, Decent House coming off a rough race at Texas. Yeah, I think they were at Texas last. Rough race at Texas. He's doing pretty good here. I think he's going to be good here tonight. You know, Joker's been good kind of last couple races here. So we'll see. I think, you know, Decent House is definitely going to be one. I left him out of my favorites, but he's going to be one to watch this evening as well.
Yeah, Decent House was your pole sitter here this evening. I failed to mention that as we loaded in. But he's going to have a fast hot rod night. He's going to be one to watch out for. But Joker right now maybe turning some heads here. Maybe not known for his Bristol prowess, but here he is in P2.
Looks like the 11 and the 22 are starting to make their way up towards the front here. Decent House is going to try to get underneath that 39. And we got a caution.
We do have a caution. We scroll through here, see what we got going on. Looks like Diesel. Yeah, Diesel's got a lot of damage.
Kebergod's got a lot of front end damage as well.
Dalton. That's one of the things you got to think about here is coming off side by side of these corners, the outside car could get loose, throw you into the inside wall. There's also that apron there you got to watch out for. So
definitely, this is one of those racetracks, Gator. You got to trust the guy you're running next to. You know, if you know, this might sound bad, but in our league, if you're running next to somebody you really don't trust, you might want to get out of it, or do what you got to do to get by them. But if you're like racing, if you're racing somebody you really do trust, and that's when you can really enjoy those racetracks side by side and make something happen.
Track position is going to matter here tonight, just because passing is so difficult at this track. So maybe some of you guys might play strategy here early on, skip that first opportunity to pit, but it doesn't look like it. We're going to stay true to form here, at least through the top 5. The Ghost.
Yeah, I think Gator. That first stop, you want to get that get off that preset, get your setup in, and then go from there. Big checkup on the outside there.
The Ghost was the winner last time out at Texas Motor Speedway, ending a long winless drought from the driver, the number 7. Pure Auto Racing Chevrolet. He's looking to back that up here tonight at Bristol. This looks like the 11 car Yumichenko got in the wall. The 22 of Nick hit the apron, went around.
See, the important thing here for Nick is he's got to get going, man. If you get going, try to stay on the lead lap. If you have a fast car, if you go a lap down here, multiple laps down, you're going to be in for a rough night.
Yeah, Nick doesn't look like he has too much damage from that. Just a quick loop, and he's back going again. No harm, no foul right now. I'm going to say on the lead lap here. But in the first 5 races of the season, we have seen 5 different winners representing all 5 different teams. Are we going to see a 6th tonight? And if so, which team are they going to be representing? Which team is going to pick up their first or their second win of the season?
That's a good point, Gator. And also worth mentioning is we have a tie atop the point standings between Kev Burgott and Robster. So that's the 2 different teams. Elite and FBGM representing at the top of the point standings after Texas.
Things are still awfully close. Still only 5 races into the season out of, I believe, 30. So points are still close. You can lose a lot. You can gain a lot right now. Lots of spots. These guys are trying to jockey for position early on this season, trying to establish their own dominance. And Decent House is starting to stretch a gap over second.
Yeah, I figured Decent House would be good here. He's good pretty much everywhere. But yeah, we'll see. These guys, get single file here and start. Once everybody starts getting on Warren stuff here and starts railroading the top, that's what you're gonna do. Get single file. Wait till these guys start getting loose off. That's when you really see who's got the best setup coming into play here.
As looks like most of the field has gotten single file at this point. brings me to a good question here. There are multiple grooves at this track, multiple lines you can choose and run. I think when you're in a side-by-side battle, the top is going to prevail more often than not. But is that the fastest line when you're by yourself, or kind of depends on how you set up your car?
I think it depends on how you set up your car, how it's driving on exit. But as a Kyle Larson fan, and as a guy who likes the dirt track and stuff, I think running that diamond, rip that top, run the diamond too. The diamond, man, drive it way in there, drive hard. Let it float up to the top there, try to get the power back down, make it as straight as possible on exit. I think when you're by yourself is the best. But I've noticed that, Gator, when you're running that diamond, you don't want to get all the way up towards the fence. If you start on the bottom, okay, and slide up the racetrack, you want to get about a car and a half, maybe 2 cars up, and then try to cut it back down on exit and see if you can, really. You don't want to give away too much speed there in the center of the corner.
Yeah, as you mentioned that, I'm on board with LD Allen right now, and he's kind of doing that to perfection. He's working that diamond right now. So we got some contact towards the back. Looks like Storm Rooster maybe and Boston came together.
Oh yeah, pretty good battle here. As we got, as you mentioned, we got the 47, the 9, and the 19, and with the 98 joining this battle here. 4 cars throwing a blanket over them.
Yep, Vengeville is watching all these guys battle in front of him, hoping to find some mistakes and get some easy track position. He's going to look under Rooster here, coming down the backstretch.
And yeah, I think if you've seen that, Avenge, that's I think the best way to set up a pass there. Kind of check up on entry there, let that guy kind of sail it off in there, trying to play defense a little bit, and try to really cut up underneath them, get up underneath them, and get that drive off and drive around them.
Dalton, you saw him scrape the wall a couple of times right in front of these guys. Don't think that's going to damage his car too much. Avenge still looks to try to make the pass. He does clear him.
That was a good job there by Avenge. Really keeping that bottom working. As you see, Avenge is actually getting that diamond going that I was talking about here. He's entering a little bit higher than I said so, but what Avenge is doing, he's running that high line and then arcing down on exit, you know what I'm saying? So he's not running that low entry as I was speaking of.
Tries to get that run down the banking to get a good longitude down the straightaway. Not a bad strategy there. Around here just a little bit behind that battle. Here's Diesel. Steve, as we like to call him. Running back here in that number 1 car. He's had success here at Bristol in previous leagues and previous seasons. So I know it's still early on in this event. Might want to watch out for him later.
7 going for the lead here.
The front 4 has kind of bunched back up here after Diesenhausen checked out the lead. Ghost is trying to look underneath here coming off the corner. Got a really good run.
Yeah, it looks like Decent's running that high line all the way. He's ripping the boards the best that he can here. Ooh, 7 got loose off. There's that loose off. Yep, right there. That's what I was talking about earlier, Gator. Trying to keep that race car underneath somebody on exit, man. That's really hard to do, especially later in the run when you have no rear grip.
We got the Ghost. We got Joker side by side for 2nd place right now. UB sitting there in 4th. But that fighting has allowed Decent to get a little bit of a gap back over these guys. We have about 11 laps to go here in Station 1 already. Going to be a pretty quick race tonight.
Oh yeah, them 11 laps will click off quick too. They click off in a hurry here. Just in case you didn't watch the real life All-Star race, 15 laps in the final segment went by quicker than you can imagine.
Yeah, these are quick laps here tonight. These guys are going to hover right around 16 seconds per lap.
Both of them was there for P2.
Tires 16 seconds a lap. Only 150 laps tonight. It's a short race. Cheddar's 150. Racing League's Xfinity Series.
What is Cheddar's? I'm going to look into that.
That is a restaurant.
Is it? Oh, Ghost on the fence there. Looks like Ghost's car went away.
Yeah.
Just kind of struggling back there. Fell back to 4th after he got loose off under Decent. And one thing, Gator, is once you get that little bit of heat in that right rear, you get loose one good time. Bristol, man, you're leaning on that right rear so much. All it takes is one big moment, and it's going to take you, if you don't be conservative for 3 or 4 laps, man, she's going to stay loose off there for a while.
Absolutely. As Joker now is trying to fight Decenthouse for the lead here in stage number 1. They are within 10 laps to go already. top 5 right here, all under a blanket. You see him nose to tail, led by Decent House. You got Joker, UB, Ghost, and LD Allen at the back of this train.
Yeah, LD Allen came out of nowhere, man. Did a good job running these guys down. He's going to go to the outside of the Ghost here. Yeah, Ghost super loose struggling. He actually looks like he let the 8 go there.
Yeah, they are teammates for Pure. Probably let his teammate go here early on. Barring any mistakes, these guys should probably just kind of not push it too much. They are guaranteed stage points in stage 1 if things remain like this. But Ghost is wanting that extra playoff point. He's going to put a nose there under Decent House again. Not going to get there this time. Decent washes up a little bit. That's going to open the door. Ghost with a great run off the corner.
Yeah, great race for the lead here, but I'm impressed with that 8 car, man. That 8 car really came on strong at the end of this run.
I believe this is 2 to go, maybe 3 to go. These laps go by so quick, it's kind of hard to keep up with the stream. With the stream lagging behind a little bit.
That is true. Stream lags about 15, 20 seconds, so you're almost a full lap behind.
Yeah, so give us a break here on the laps tonight. We may be off by 1 or 2. But we are at the very end of the stage, a lap or 2 remaining here. Joker's going to look underneath these. One more time, a bump.
Up the hill.
It may be the final lap.
Yeah.
That was the final lap. Joker with a bump and run for stage 1.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, Gator. I mean, that's a bold move to win the stage, man, but that's going to be tough. That might come back later in the race.
Yeah, Decent House is not going to be happy about that. As he falls all the way to 3rd place after that bump by Joker. UB's going to make his way through for 2nd. LD Allen's going to be 4th, and Ghost is going to round out your top 5. But Decent is not going to be happy. He's going to remember that for later.
Yeah, it might have been a little early to pull that one out of the bag.
That just shows how much that playoff point means to Joker. But expect a little payback for that, if I had to guess.
So I think we'll see full service here, obviously. Maybe, these guys really, that was a good run there in that stage, so they're going to get a taste of what their car needs long run here. So we'll see what happens stage 2 here. But like I said, the 8-man, super impressive there in the long run.
Yeah, you made a good point there. That was about a 32, 35 lap run to end the stage. So these guys know what the car can do on a short run. They know what it can do on a long run. See what kind of adjustments they made as they line up here for stage number 2 already with Decent and Joker side by side.
Also worth noting, Nick did stay on the lead lap, so Nick Meyer has a strong race car back there. He was able to hold the guys off to stay on the lead lap after spinning early.
How will Decent race Joker here? How will Joker race Decent after what happened at the end of stage 1? Clean for 1 lap.
Something worth noting, Gator, I think 704 kind of puts you at a disadvantage at Bristol, man. Restarting as the leader is kind of tough if you don't get that launch, because you're going to be on the bottom there, So the guy gets able to rip the top there for the first lap or so. And most of the time, the guy starting on P2 actually is the advantage car on the restart.
Yeah, there's a couple of tracks that, I mean, most of them, the inside lane is going to be the preferred lane on a restart, regardless of, just regardless of the track. But there's like 3 or 4 where you might want to have that outside lane, and Bristol is going to be one of them. But maybe for the next installment of this series, we might get a leader choose rule for restarts.
Wouldn't it be beautiful if they put the cone rule in? That'd be gorgeous, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
but they're a small team, so don't hold your breath.
They are indeed a small team. As most of the field has gotten single file again, but a finish and Storm Roosters look like they're the only side-by-side battle right now.
That's going to be a good combo to keep your eye on.
Indeed, I'm watching on board from Nick ahead of these two. Avengers is going to clear Storm Rooster again. Storm's going to come back with a little bit of a nudge.
Yeah, I think Storm maybe got a little bit of set of advantage there for clearing himself off the corner, but man, Bristol's one of these racetracks where you can't run side by side, man. If you get an advantage to clear a guy, you're going to have to get up there and get in front of him.
Right now we're watching Dalton on the inside having a hard time trying to find some room to get up the track. He's losing spot after spot here just by being on the inside lane. So that just shows right now that the inside lane is not the preferred line around this track. As he's lost 2 or 3 spots already just being on board with Nick.
Yeah, see, Nick, this kind of puts Nick in a pickle here because Nick, you know, the 9 struggling on the bottom, the 47's kind of roadblocking that top. As you see, Avenge has pulled him about 2 or 3 car lengths here. So, you know, what does Nick do? He's got to he's got to pick one or the other. That's what makes Bristol so difficult to pass.
That track position is key.
Oh, we got a battle for the lead here.
We do, as UB's going to take over the lead from Decent House. Maybe Decent House was able to keep his fender there. So
yeah, we see
move up, but now it looks like, oh, I thought he was going to clear him.
Oh, Joker. Decent's. I tell you what, man, the Joker's not going to be too high on Decent's poop list. Or he's going to be extremely high on Decent's poop list.
Yes, you had it backwards there.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Dyslexia's the B word. But I noticed Decent House Gator. It looks like Decent fires out of a cannon the first 8 or so laps, and then it looks like that car, the 54 car, kind of falls off towards the middle of the late parts of the run here.
Yeah, these guys were able to run him down in stage number 1. So he is maintaining strong right now early on, and then going here in stage number 2. Right now in second place behind UB. Is looking for, both of these guys are looking for their first career Xfinity win.
It's pretty impressive that Kebro God is actually holding on. Oh, excuse me. Never mind. Moving on.
All right, well, the top 3, I take it back, are all looking for their first career North American League, E-Racing League Xfinity win. So, may see a new winner here tonight if it keeps trending this way. The Ghost right now, your winner last week, is sitting in 4th place. He's on a streak of 2 or 3 top 5s in a row, so he's one of the hottest drivers in the series right now.
Yeah, and one thing I'm going to pay attention to here, Gator, in this stage is that 8 car, man. That 8 car was super fast in the long run, so we'll see how he builds here. He didn't start the track position on that restart in stage 1. Now he has the track position here in stage 2. Looks like the car does take a little bit to come to him here. We'll see how he progresses as this stage moves on.
Yeah, Allen does not have the short run car to fire off on these restarts, but that long run car that he had in stage 1 was a rocket ship towards the end of that thing. Made up a lot of ground. Coming home in 4th place in that stage, so not too shabby for him.
And he is running that diamond, as you mentioned earlier, and I mentioned earlier. He's probably running the diamond just about as good as you could run it here, with no loose off. Really getting up to the high line in the center, and then just marking it perfect down and getting back to that bottom groove there.
Yeah, UB now has checked out a pretty good gap over Decent House. Looks like Decent is kind of holding this group up here in 2nd place. As you mentioned, that long run car is just not to his liking just yet. Still got some time to adjust it. But he's definitely holding up the Ghost, holding up Joker, and a couple others there behind him. It's just so hard to pass on this track.
Yeah, it's extremely hard. One of the hardest, I think. Bristol, Dover,
Kansas.
Kansas is impossible. It's absolutely impossible to pass Kansas.
Kansas, you could try a slide job, and you know that's just not going to work, even though you're still going to try it.
A lot of temper's going to flare when we get to Kansas. I can't wait.
Yeah, that is a single-line racetrack of all single-line racetracks.
I was actually Chicagoland. Going back to Chicagoland was pretty rough too. One group on the bottom, at least in Heat 4. Maybe it wasn't multi-group by any shape of the imagination, but you were able to kind of work a little bit. Yeah. And there's Heat 5. There's no way to get around that racetrack except for on the bottom.
Yeah,
you got a battle for second here.
I was not expecting it, but it ended up being a one-group racetrack. But as you mentioned, Ghost is now trying to pass Decent House for 2nd place and starting to get impatient riding behind this driver, the number 54 Toyota.
And that's letting the 11 just drive out of their lives here.
He does not like seeing that 11 car pull away because that is going to erase Ghost's chance of a stage victory here. Can get past Decent House pretty quickly. We have about 15 to go already in stage number 2. So he's going to take a look under Decent again. Just can't get that run off the corner that he needs. Decent House is able to get that run off the high line. Makes for some really good side-by-side racing.
Yeah, it also gets frustrating, the Ghost, as they're actually going to catch the tail end of the lead lap here. So that's going to be an interesting
Decent
turn.
in the wall, that's
the
the mistake.
The fence.
Yep, that was the mistake that the Ghost needed. Now he's really loose. He is in the wall down the backstretch.
And I'm pretty sure they gave him a pretty good amount of damage there, Gator.
Yeah.
And one thing you don't want it, even though it's a short track, man, aero damage, it tightens the race car up really bad here. This thing is not going to drive good for a decent house at all.
No, it is not. I'm going to go find UB. It looks like he is catching the number 21 of McAvoy, trying to put him a lap down. McAvoy's got some damage, some aero damage on his car, according to his stream, so he's hit the wall or been involved in a skirmish somewhere. Looks like that right front was some pretty heavy damage on the 21. But UB gets by easily. Their teammates. So
Yeah, you mentioned teammates, so it's going to be, you know, lap cars do have one whole lap to, you know, kind of be a pain in the rear, if you know what I'm saying. So we'll see how that moves forward once we get through the field here.
Yep, they got a lap or two to fight, and then these guys are just going to move them out of the way if they're not out of the way before then.
Notice here the 8, man. It's 8 on the long run. I'm impressed. You know, he's kind of ran down Joker here. He's being patient, too, with this car. Joker's getting a little loose off here. This 21's going to kind of ruin it for him, but this 8 car, man, he's looking pretty strong. But the thing is, man, is he giving too much time up on the short run, Gator? I think, you know, you let this 11 get too far. This 11's checked out. Looks like he's pretty solid throughout the run. This 8 looks like he's just sacrificing too much in the short run. Just, you know, make the long run better.
Right now, right on the back bumper of Joker. Took a little peek coming off of turn number 2 there. Wasn't able to get alongside, but he's going to get a good launch out of turn 4 there. He ducks way low. A little too low, though.
Yeah, I think he hit that apron, Gator, shot him right back up towards the fence.
Yep.
Which is lucky because, you know, a lot of times that'll rip you around. So I think going up there and bouncing off that wall probably at the end of his day here, just kind of lick your wounds and get back to it.
Yes, we are going to be about 5 laps to go on the stage. We're going to swap straight through. About 6th place. So we need a more updated timeline here. About 3 to go. Maybe 2 to go at the line. Okay, right. Cycle back around to UB. Has just cruised away with this one.
Yeah, it looks like the Gator, this feels pretty good spread out. This might give you a little bit of an idea of what's going to happen here in Stage 3. Now, here's the thing, man. Both these stages that we've seen, you know, Stage 1, 42 laps, Stage 2, 39 laps, man, we're going to run twice the distance, just about, in Stage 3. So, they, you know, what you're seeing now, these guys kind of struggling, just multiply that times 2, and we're really going to see, you know, a battle in nutrition, I guess, here in Stage 3.
Yep, as UB came around turn 4. He's going to take stage number 2 here in the Xfinity Series Cheddar's 150 here tonight. UB Buff Chanka, a 4-time stage winner this season, picks up another playoff point in the 11. But as you mentioned, Williams, stage 3 is twice as long as these first 2 stages. This is where things might get interesting with tire wear.
Yeah, super interesting, you know, and you know, this is where strategy comes though. Do you try to, you know, save early and try to make your tire last the whole run, or do you let it all hang out and see, you know, maybe bank on a caution here? We've only seen, what, 1 caution tonight due to incident, so kind of interesting here to see what happens. This might even turn into a shootout on restarts, so you never know here. We'll see where we go.
Been pretty uneventful so far here tonight. Not too much action. To call here. These guys have been pretty clean, pretty straightforward, and that's a good thing sometimes.
Yeah, worth noting here, decent house with that damage, man. He lost a lot of track position here. He's going to start on the outside of row 4.
Got some work to do in that number 54. UB leads them back to green here at the beginning of the final stage. Stage 3 already here tonight in the Xfinity Series. Ghost is going to get around the outside of UB and clear him going into turn 3.
That outside, man, it's just king on these restarts.
With the track position being so key and passing being so hard, will that be the pass for the win already?
Oh, 22 just getting antsy back here. 22 just trying to get 3 wide between the 98 and the 10. Or excuse me, the 10 and the 19.
Robster up in the top 5 for the first time tonight. As you mentioned, he is tied with the points lead with Kev Brogard, who he's side by side with right now. And I just called him Kev Brogard like you. You've been rubbing off on me. It's only Kev Bro now.
Oh, what happened to the guy?
He changed his name a few weeks back. As Yubi, power move, managed to get back around the outside of the Ghost for the lead.
Is it Kev Bro in Discord too?
It is Kev Bro. Yeah.
Man. All right, shows how much Williams pays attention. Moving on.
Shows how much you influence me by having me call him Kev Bro.
I'm a strong influence in the league, if I say so myself. Not really, that was just a jab at Gator that didn't work. Moving on.
You are our resident drive-through member.
Single file here. You know, the 19, looks like the 19's getting aggressive, Gator. Looks like he's really trying to make this pass, which, you know, like I said, stage 3 being so long here, I mean, what would you do? Would you ride here, you know, just kind of ride back there, or would you try to make these passes early?
It depends on how confident I'm feeling on that tire wear, I suppose. These guys had a pretty good gauge at it in stage 1 and stage 2. It was half the distance. So if they ended that stage with more than 50% tire wear on their right sides, I'd feel pretty comfortable doing a 70-lap stint here and not worry about tires. But I guess it kind of depends on how confident they are, see if they've paid attention or noticed some smaller things like that.
You know, it's like Kevbro fires out of a cannon here. I hate to be biased, but this 22's had a rough night to this point. It looks like he's kind of trying to make his way back up there.
He's definitely getting back up there. Right now he's sitting in 7th, trying to get around Kevbro. Got a really good run off the corner. Not going to be able to do anything with it just yet. There he is. He's gotten to the inside of Kevbro. Now, maybe Kevbro got a little loose out of the corner. Guys managed to keep it straight. Number 19 Toyota kind of looks like he's struggling at the moment. Oh, some contact there. Got really tight coming off the corner. Kevbro and Nick came together. Door bang put Kevbro right in the wall. Decenthouse did a really good job of avoiding it, but he's going to give Nick the bumper back saying, hey, I don't like what you did to my teammate there.
Yeah, so they're going to be side by side. Nick's still in the preferred line. Well, is it the preferred line when you got teammates that are kind of ganging up on you here?
He's in the middle of an elite sandwich.
With a 44 in the fence.
The elite guys are not happy right now. Their cars started toward the front. They've kind of lost some track position towards the back of the field here, 7th and 9th respectively.
Something worth noting here, Gator. The 8th's up to 3rd, man. So, you know, we'll see how this long run setup goes. You know, the 11's kind of on rails as he has been most of the evening. So, let's see what the 8 can do here. You know, with this track position and a long run.
Yeah, you mentioned the 8 here, LD Allen. He's got a really fast long run car. Right now, he's sitting behind his teammate. I know his teammate wants to fight for the win, but at this point, with there still being so many laps left, do you kind of do the team thing and let your teammate go, or just keep on holding it back, try to win for yourself with the 11 getting away?
Well, you know me, I'm an ultra team player, so I'm letting him go, man. I'm going to let him go, but, you know, everybody operates a little bit different than good old Williams, so we'll see how this plays out here.
As they do, everybody's got their own mindset heading into these races. As LD Allen's trying feverishly to get by his teammate of the Ghost.
7's obviously holding him up here. Dude, 7, man, you got to think about letting your buddy go here.
Yeah, you got Joker right here on their tail. Allen, that might be the break he needed with the Ghost getting loose off the corner. That gives Allen the outside, but Allen gets the wall.
Fence. He overdrove it here.
Oh, a golden opportunity with the 7 getting loose. Just scraped the wall, lost all of his run. Best battle on the racetrack right now is for 2nd place. Got the Ghost, LD Allen, and the Joker closely in tow.
Now you got to remember, Gator, these guys racing hard, man. They're burning up their stuff. Remember, tires are going to be an issue here in this stage.
It could potentially be an issue here towards the latter stages of this race. As Yubi has loved seeing these guys use up their stuff and fight so hard here for a second. He is driving away. He's got about a second lead.
There you go. The 8 gets a beautiful arc, man. Got a beautiful arc there through 1 and 2.
Can he do anything with it on the low lane, though? Joker's going to take the outside lane, but the Ghost hits the wall. Got a roadblock in front of Joker.
The 39 got back into the back of the 7 there. Kind of shoved the 7 up the hill. Yep. But the 8's going to take the position. The 39 is...
No, the 8 he is pushing the limits on that diamond.
Yeah, he is. Let's see if he can kind of get back in his rhythm here now that he's got past his teammate here.
Yeah, he seems like he got a little bit flustered there. Got a little impatient with his teammate. Missing his marks now, but he seems to cool back down as Joker scrapes the wall coming off of turn 2. Joker under attack from the Ghost. We got 5 Chevrolets at the front of this field. Robster sitting in 5th. First Toyota is going to be Decent House in 6th. First Ford is Nick in 7th. But Yubi Buff Chenka is in a different area code right now. He is gone.
Yeah, we'll see how much, of that stuff he used up here. We're kind of bragging about that 8 car in the long run all night, so we'll see if I have any knowledge of this game or I'm a complete drunken idiot, or both.
Well, for sake of conversation, let's go with both.
You're not wrong, Gator. You're not wrong. If you've ever been in North America E-Racing League Discord when Kyle Larson wins a race, then you would absolutely know that both is a fact.
Yep, because every time Kyle Larson wins, you know Williams has been drinking the entire time. And then he goes in the chat and spams the whole chat with Kyle Larson articles and comments.
Oh, as the 10 got into the 54 hard there, man, Decent House has been kind of a magnet all night.
I think he's driving a little mad right now. He's trying to get his way back up to the front of this field. He knows he's got a fast car. Sat on pole tonight, led a lot of the first stage, got dumped on the last lap of stage 1, and he wants to get back up there.
See 11. I mean, I know he's running down the 98. The 98 might be trying to save some tire here. I don't know if the 98's struggling setup-wise or he's that far off, but he might be trying to conserve a little bit here, maybe try to save some tires, maybe should bank on these guys got a pit here or not.
Devereaux looking ahead at Ballstick in the 44. Trying to find some good luck for Ballstick here in this season. It's kind of like you in the trucks. It's just been a very tough go for him early on. Hasn't had any positive results. He hits the wall coming out of turn 4. Commentator curse. But Ballstick right now, he's still looking for his first top 10 this season after being a playoff driver last year.
I got my first top 10 last night. So, I know the struggle, man. Sometimes, just when it rains, it pours, Gator. It's just hard to get that luck, get that right break, man. So, Ballstick, he's a good driver. He's solid, man. He'll keep battling through it. I'm sure he'll get it shipped right eventually.
That struggle bus can be awfully long sometimes. Lots of seats in that thing. As UB is starting to approach some lap traffic here, he's going to hit the 9 first of Dalton. He's not had a good night. He's got some damage to the number 9 car. And right in front of him is going to be the 98 of Avenged Fail. So 2 lap cars that the 11 is going to have to navigate here in the final stage.
Yeah, I think Avenged might be saving a little bit here. We'll see where Avenged goes. He's really running that diamond, man. He's getting up there. He's getting up there inches from the fence, so I don't know what he's got going on here setup-wise, but it looks like he's really trying to work something out there.
As UB seems to be right in the middle lane, at least he did that corner. So interesting for him.
I noticed UB, man, he's really cooking it in there. It looks like he's really running deep into the corner, Gator, kind of letting it float up, run that middle, and then putting the power down on exit, really keeping that fence all the way through the corner.
The 9 the outside of Dalton here. Dalton's going to let him go. Maybe. Yep. Let's the 11 go.
Good racing etiquette there by the 9. You got damage, man. Just get the heck out the way. Let this guy carry on about his night.
Yeah, we saw what happened here at Bristol with Ryan Newman and Matt DiBenedetto with the lap car situation. So good move from Dalton there. Let the leader just get by.
We've seen when Draven tried to lap Williams last year in the Cup race here at Bristol. What happened then?
Yeah, got a nice Draven rage moment from that.
On his own teammate. And now I curse you for Draven, so. Awkward at its best.
Yeah, now the tides have turned. Went from low tide to high tide.
Facts. As the 11's running out on the 98 here, so if the 98 is trying to work some strategy, he's at least got to stay in the lead lap, or it's going to be off for now.
Oh, ball stick gets loose. Steve-O gets involved. Stormers, you got a wreck here. Is that going to bring out a caution or no?
Yes, caution is out. Gator.
Wow. So much for tire wear.
That's it. Now, this is going to make it a brawl, man, a free-for-all, I believe, here.
This is going to be an all-out brawl. We're going to have about 20 laps left at Bristol. And,
if you got a short run set up, now's the time to put it in and see what happens.
This is going to make things interesting. This is where people are going to get mad. This is where tempers are going to increase. Bumpers are going to be used.
I think this kills the 8 car, man. The 8 car, as I said all night, was fast on the long run. Struggled on the fire off, so we'll see where this goes for his night.
Yeah, good point for Allen. I know he's worked his way up pretty high up in the field here, but didn't have the best short run car. Can he adjust it right here, make some quick adjustments to maybe make it a little bit better on the short run? We'll find out.
Definitely going to find out as he's starting on the outside of row 1. Remember, Gator, he had that outside fired off all night.
Let's see if he can clear UB going off into turns 1 and 2. He's going to hang tough on the outside.
I'll tell you what, that 54 has got to be over the 39 at this juncture, man. I'll tell you, he's ran him over 2 or 3 times tonight. He's at 39. Oh, the 39 got up underneath the 11. He's going to take the lead.
Tough squeeze.
Still side by side for P3. Joker gets into the 54 again.
The 39 and the 54. 54 is now right under his bumper. Is he going to make a move here into turn 1? Yeah, he does shove him a little bit.
Gave him a little bit, yeah. Decent, man. He's a pretty clean race car driver. We'll see what he does here.
Oh, he shoves him again.
Yeah, he gave him another one. He's going to turn up underneath up here.
Not happy with the driver of the 39.
Oh, he's better than me, man. I'd have done bulldozed him by now.
Especially after stage 1.
The 11's now stalking that 8 man for P1.
That just shows the power of the 11 car, with the 8 car not being the best on short runs. The 11's right on his bumper.
Yeah, we've seen the 54
going to clear for
there.
third.
Yeah, you've seen the 54 there kind of just take what he wanted from the 39 here. Let's see if the 39, which he's been doing all night, kind of gives it back to him here. Nick has crawled his way into the top 5.
Yep. Nick right now is in 5th, getting pressured by Kevbro on the inside lane.
As Avenge is coming to join this car here in a battle for the top 5.
Battle for the
it's
lead,
11
though.
For the lead, yeah.
Allen gets in the wall, scrapes it a little bit off the corner, doesn't lose too much momentum, so it wasn't a hard hit, but Yubi right now is looking on the inside.
That 11, man, that 8's just got a kind of rim ride here. Hopefully this car comes. Oh, the 11 gave him a little bumper there.
Oh, action's getting hot for the lead here as Decent House closes in.
And he trying to rip the top here, man. That 11's so strong, man. He just drives off. He's able to run both lanes, Gator. Oh, he got the fence.
Ooh,
That's
contact there. Gonna have about 10 to go at the line.
That's tough here. That's it. The 11 clears him. I think that's going to be it, Gator. Let's see. We can see another restart here. This 11's been so strong all night, man.
Decent House. He's had a really good short run car. He's now trying to close in on LV Allen. Doesn't want to let the 11 get too far away. Things kind of holding for him. Top 4's got a really big gap over 5th place, which is Kevbro.
Bro, you got Nick, you got these guys back here. It's been kind of one zip code in the top 4, then you got everybody else here in the.
Oh, Nick in the wall.
Yeah, looks like you got the 10 there. Ooh, 10 came right back on the racetrack. Got the 7 here. It's tough.
LP Allen's hanging tough though. Even with that long run car, he's still right here on the back bumper of Yubi.
I don't know if he's tuning that thing up as.
He gets a good run off the corner.
Wow. Gator, did you see how that thing turned down?
Side by side for the lead. Here comes Allen in the wall.
Oh, man. Here comes Decent to try to make a
Oh,
3-1.
Decent gets loose, hits the apron.
That was a big mistake by Decent. You trying to get too aggressive there, Gator. Side by side for the lead still.
Allen and Yubi fighting hard for this win at Bristol. Yubi into the wall. Is Allen going to be able to clear? He does.
Allen cleared him. Yubi's probably going to give it back to him here.
Great fight for the lead here with about 5 laps remaining.
Every lap that clicks off, I think it plays into Allen. Ooh, is it 11 gets
bump
it back
there.
Oh, he's going to clear him. Maybe. Let's see what the 8 does here. Crossover.
Bump after bump from these two. The 8 gives it back to the 11. Allen back to the front.
It's going to shove up the hill, man. I'll tell you what, now neither one of these guys can be mad after this race. This has been a heck of a battle here, Gator. As
Here
the
comes
Joker's going to join in.
Side by side for the lead.
Oh, as the 8 kind of, the 8 kind of shoved the 11 up the hill there.
This is either 1 or 2 to go here. Oh, here comes the 11. The 11 gives them a bump. Is that race?
Nope.
Nope. Got 1 lap to go.
39 shoved the 8 in there.
Is Allen going to give the bump back to the 11? Does he have enough room to get there?
I don't think he can. He drove it in there. He's not going to be able to do it. That's the race. The 11. Wow. What a race, man.
His first career North American E-Racing League victory in spectacular fashion over LD Allen.
What a race. Insane there at the end, man. That was a battle.
What a great fight we just witnessed between these two. Bumper after bumper. Yubi from RKR is going to come out on top. 6 different winners in 6 races.
If you want to suggest them, Gator, so I can invite them.
Okay, I will go ahead and go blue screen here for just a second as I suggest these guys. Let's see, I'll suggest both of them. That way I only have to do this once. You can invite them individually. There they are. What a race we saw here tonight. An epic battle between those two after those final pit stops. 20 to go. Side by side, high lane to low lane, bumper to bumper. Great racing we saw here in the Xfinity Series tonight.
Yeah, Gator, that was pretty intense, man. I think that was a wild one there. That was a great battle at the end. I don't think neither one of them guys can be really too angry. He might be a little bit upset, man, but you race hard for that. They both gave it to each other. I don't think it's as we got our winner joining the party.
Yeah, we are joined now by Yubi, his first career win here in the North American E-Racing League. What an epic battle you just had with last season's Final Four runner-up LD Allen. How were you able to pull it off, pick up your first win here tonight at Bristol?
I just had to push it as hard as I could. That's all I had to do.
Yeah, you guys were back and forth, side by side, high lane, low lane, bumpers being used in the classic finish here. Congratulations. What kind of adjustments you made on that final pit stop, or if any, to make your car a little bit better, a little bit faster?
I actually didn't make any adjustments. It just kind of, I wish I loosened it a little bit more, but it just worked out, I guess.
Yeah, your car seemed to be one of the fastest, if not the fastest car in the field tonight, especially on the long runs. Didn't make too many adjustments to dial it in for that short run to the finish?
Nah, I didn't, but I probably should have.
Well, doesn't matter now. You still brought it home in first place with the dub. Congratulations. With me in the booth, I got Williams. Williams, what you got for our winner here tonight, UB?
Besides not sounding excited at all, which is terrible. No hard feelings, right, man? That's just hard racing right there at the end. I mean, you and y'all traded blows, saying you give it to him, he give it back to you, man. That was a great race. And, from our seat, it was beautiful. I mean, how are you feeling towards, your second place finisher there at the end of that thing?
Yeah. I was hoping I didn't want to get into him as much as I did, but I kind of had to do it.
You got to do what you got to do. The Bristol track position is key. Fighting for your first win. But a good job. You brought it home, P1. Congratulations. Anybody you want to shout out for you go celebrate with your team?
Just RKR.
All right. Well, there you have it. Your winner here tonight, short and sweet. UB, first career win. Congratulations. Go celebrate.
Thank you.
As I will now try to get runner-up in here tonight. LD Allen come awfully close.
Williams needs to take a page out of his book with the quiet approach to life. But
yeah, Williams, you were talking about not sounding too excited. Well, our winner here tonight might have just upstaged you.
Beautiful. Love it. All right. That's invite is sent to ID Allen, so we'll see what happens here.
We'll wait for Allen to join the party, get his view of things here for the Xfinity Series race tonight at Bristol. North American E-Racing League, 6th race of the season, and it was a great one here tonight. Guys put on a great show.
That was a show, Gator. They traded, as I said to him, man, they traded blows. That final run coming to the checker, man, just corner after corner. One gets sent up the hill. Almost reminds me of the Chicagoland Kyle Busch, Kyle Larson battle, man, just giving it back to each other, and that's how kind of it played out there.
As we are now joined by LD Allen, Cup Series commentator, Final Four driver last season in the Xfinity Series, and runner-up here tonight at Bristol in an epic battle with UB. Allen, how's it feel coming home P2? What did you need to get back there to UB and possibly pick up the dub tonight?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say I'm not that good at Bristol, so I was going to be really happy with the top 5 tonight. So second, I'm very happy with. I didn't really need anything. I had him on the restart, and I just hit the wall with like 10 to go or something, and let him pass. I figured I could have held him off, but once he got past me, I knew it was going to be tough.
Yeah, well, you say you're not very good at Bristol, but you might have had the fastest long-run car here tonight. So I would say you're not as good. You're good at Bristol now after what we saw tonight. But a great battle with you and UB, side by side, bumper to bumper. Like I said to him, high lane, low lane, back and forth. Were you going to give him the bumper if you could get back to him there?
I mean, we were already using it. And then, like, with 3 to go, I just drove it in too deep and then put it in the wall. And then, like, a lap later, he did the same to me. So that's all good. It's just Bristol. And, I mean, we weren't trying to hit each other, but just going for a win there. Yeah, I mean, I think I could have held him off if I kept in front of him there. But, yeah, I don't know. I just didn't want to move him drastically or anything. So
Either way, still a good run tonight, coming home P2. Solid points night for you, picking up points in the stages and keeping up your top 5 streak here. The only finish that you have outside the top 5 is at Michigan, still finished 8th. So a good start to the season for you. Things are looking up. That win is coming. Williams, what you got for our runner-up tonight?
Well, I was going to ask him if he had any hard feelings, but he already said it's Bristol and going for a win. So, yeah, I ain't got much, man. I kind of, I don't know, if you ran a tighter preset or not, but I was bragging on you all night about that long run car. Did it feel like, the car was better on the long run than it was on the short run? Because it looked like all night you battled kind of, slower speed on the short run, but man, on the long run, it really looked like that thing took off on you. You ran them down in stage 1, stage 2, you were able to battle your way up there, but then you kind of took off there at the end. So, did you make any adjustments to make that thing better on the short run, or just kind of how you were driving the racetrack?
Yeah, so I did have it set up for the long run. I still had it on a pretty loose preset, but I made sure on that first pit stop tighten it up some. Because I knew we haven't really had that many cautions in the races so far, so I figured we probably wouldn't have too many tonight, so I went for the long run setup. And I kind of just wanted to stay green in the third stage and just kind of hope Ubi would make a mistake there. But the caution came out, so I made some big adjustments to loosen it up because I knew 20 laps. My car probably wouldn't be there the first 10 if I left it at that. So, yeah, I loosened up quite a bit. Almost worked.
Yeah, man, I noticed that. We were up here noticing all night, man. Good run, man. Congratulations. And as Gator said, that win's coming, man. Good P2, and, good luck at the next one.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, next up for us in the Xfinity Series is going to be Homestead, Miami in 1 week. What kind of car you got for that mile and a half, Alan, as we head there next?
I do like the mile and a half. That's probably one of my least favorite ones, though. If I can keep it straight off of 2 and 4, then I think I'll be pretty good. That's easier said than done for sure.
Yeah, that'll definitely be a hot spot. But congratulations before we let you head on out. Who you want to shout out tonight? Floor is yours.
First of all, you guys, everybody that runs the league, it's a lot of fun racing with people that are actually good at the game. Don't get that a lot. So yeah, you guys setting it up, running it, a lot of fun for all of us. My teammates, Ghost specifically, he helped me practice here. He's pretty good here, and I guess I learned something. And Dalton and Steve-O, and then all my other teammates. Everybody's very helpful around here, and Pure's on the up and up the last few weeks. So.
Yeah, definitely. You just mentioned it. Pure first last week, second this week, trying to fight back into that team points battle. Congratulations here tonight, Alan. We'll see you in 1 week at Homestead.
Thank you.
Any final thoughts you got here from tonight? What we saw, Williams? It was a great battle from my end. What I saw.
Man, bravo to the Xfinity Series. They played it. That's saying if the Truck Series was watching this race tonight, that was how you execute a race, man. Everybody kind of mind their manners there. They got spread out during, the first and 2 second stages. They ran it green. Had a little incident there in stage 3, but then, man, that battle for the lead was just intense, man, side by side. And the fact that neither one of those drivers, first and second, were angry with each other after that, man, that's just good racing. And you love to see it, man. One guy giving it to the other one, after corner after corner after corner. So just a great race, man. Bristol put on another show, and, I can't wait to get back here in the Cup Series as a crew chief and, in truck. Does Trucks even come here as a driver?
I believe they do.
Okay, yeah. I'm probably not looking forward to that, but I am.
All right. Well, there you have it for tonight. Next time you see my partner in the booth tonight, Williams, it's going to be on Tuesday at Homestead. Williams, what kind of truck you got for there? Any want to give away any secrets before the race?
No secrets. I'm not the greatest at. Just in case you haven't noticed, I'm a lot better at building them as a crew chief than I am a driver. So we're going to find out what I got on Tuesday night.
All right. Well, before then, tomorrow night, Cup Series goes short track race, and they tackled a paperclip, Martinsville Speedway. We're going to see some bumpers there for sure. Temper's probably going to flare again after they did in Texas. So Cup Series action tomorrow night, Thursday night, 8:45 p.m. on this channel, Martinsville. And next time you see the Xfinity guys in action will be 1 week from tonight. They are off Sunday. So 1 week from tonight, they'll be at Homestead Miami Speedway. And Truck Series, Homestead Miami Speedway on Tuesday. So those are the next 3 races here in the North American E-Racing League for each series. For everybody tuning in with me, it was a great race tonight. We hope you enjoyed it. Williams, myself, Gator Mike, all my gnarly ones out there, y'all take it easy. Have a good night. Enjoy Darlington this weekend.
Good night, everyone. Wash your hands.